Let me know if you can hear sound.
Yep, I can hear it.
Okay. Oh, man. Okay. Well, hello and welcome. You're responding kind. Welcome back, Deb.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. This is what I'm excited just to show you this one.
Right.
The Tale of Jenny and Screech. What, if anything, have you heard about it so far?
Just the name.
Just the name. Okay.
Yeah.
It is one of the bigger ones in the repertoire of REN requests.
It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet. She was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before. She wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain. He'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech. He was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief. At 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul. As Jenny walked home all alone, she felt scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware, maybe intuition bugging her and making her so scared. Sirens sounded in the distance with the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Up or go Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it. Bitch, are you listening to me? Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite. Feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, girl? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reached with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete, and he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath. It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny lay still on the cold concrete. She's found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
Okay. I can't say I was expecting that, but I like how he just starts just making noises from his mouth and it just ends up being beautiful.
Yeah. Each of these are all live or one take recordings.
I don't know how he does it. Honestly, yeah. I think that's what makes it so cool to watch is that he can just do it without edits, and there you have it, a full 3 minutes. And it doesn't even look messy.
Any questions so far on storyline?
I'm just waiting to see how this develops.
Okay. We'll keep going.
right at the end of the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. Dear Screech, dear boy, where did he go? He melted into the black night just like snow. Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more. But Screech kept on knocking till his knuckles became sore. But there's no sign of Patrick down at number 54. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate, with something far more sinister in mind that does away. Hey, babe, are you in? No, nothing really. I'm just a bit tired. Listen, can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch! For fuck's sakes! Siren sounds approaching like a banshee in the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest. Our story, it ends right at the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny lying one street apart. An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. 2 bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
Silence. Okay. Do we know if this is like after like a true story, or did he just make this up?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Obviously, stuff like this does happen.
Right.
But to my knowledge, there's not a specific set of
Not like
people
based
that-
after a true story. Right.
My oldest daughter actually is the one that showed me this. I had showed her high REN, and she had watched a bunch of other reactors reacting to high REN, and then that got her onto this and some other. She told me about Money Game as well.
Right.
So between her and Katie, I owe my introduction to REN and these music reaction videos.
Right.
And so when I pulled this up and was watching this with her, like it made me pretty uncomfortable.
Right. Yeah.
Not knowing what to expect. And then to have it be as aggressive as it was, it caught me by surprise for sure.
Mm-hmm. Early on in the song, he was talking about intuition and how the girl had felt a little uneasy and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Her intuition was telling her that she shouldn't be there and that she should be concerned and watchful.
Maybe intuition bugging her and making her so scared.
There's a reason why we have that intuition. Anytime I went against that feeling, it always turned out bad.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you out someone, you're not going to feel too great after. I think that goes without saying.
Yeah.
And he ends up getting taken himself. So that's interesting. I'm very interested to see how this turns out.
Yeah. Well, and this kid, he's only 14.
Mm-hmm.
I've got kids right in that age on either side of that age group. Yeah. That alone, like, man, breaks my heart thinking that, you know, any kid could get caught up into things that, and what, you know, clearly what he did was not okay.
Right.
But it highlights for me in a lot of ways the importance of good friends,
mm-hmm.
Good influences, right? And good examples, and this human need, I think, that we all have to belong to something, right?
It's amazing, like what a 360 or 180 or whatever it is your life will take, based on the choices of who you decide to hang out with at a young age. When I was about 14, I was very much like awkward, tomboy, skinny, didn't really know what I was doing with my life or where I belonged when I was in junior high. And I remember my parents saying time and time again, you know, be careful who you choose to spend your time with, because that will influence who you end up being. And I remember being like a very stubborn 14, 15-year-old and basically doing opposite of everything that my parents told me to do. And if I had listened to my parents and chosen better friends at that time in my life, that's not to say that I didn't have some really good friends. In fact, 2 of which are still my best friends to this day. But I got into a group of people where, I mean, I wasn't going to school. I was drinking at a young age. I ended up losing my virginity at 16. Like all of this stuff that I could have avoided if I had just chosen the right people to hang out with. But anyway, clearly Screech did not have a good group of friends.
Yeah. And he tried to reach out to, you know, his friend Patrick wasn't there, and then calling his girlfriend or,
I mean, and that kind of goes to prove too, oftentimes these friends who influence you to do these not so great things are generally not there for you when you need them.
Yeah.
They're the ones who aren't around. So like you're doing all this stuff and you're expecting support and love.
Yeah.
And you're not getting it in return. So
yeah,
you end up feeling very empty.
I just really miss you, babe.
Yeah. Well, we'll jump back in.
Let's see where this goes.
Yes.
London city, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beats and bloodstains, she saw a lady weep, she's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale.
Okay.
This is one of my favorites for the musicality
He makes me feel so untalented.
He's really good, and for the most part, I believe, in large part, self-taught.
He's clearly born to do this. I'm so jealous of his talent. I mean, in the best way, of course. Like,
yeah, which it highlights for me in a lot of ways. Something that we can go into more at a later point, but like something I've been personally struggling with is like from a career standpoint. Like, I'm an accountant by trade, I guess, but I like that people like REN and just think like, what a tragedy if he had been pigeonholed into a desk job,
right?
Or something, and those jobs are necessary, but
I think you're talking about talent going to waste. It's not necessarily that a desk job is better or worse than what he's doing, because they all have their purpose, but it's very clear that a lot of people were born to do this, and it is truly a waste of talent to, I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
Something in me keeps telling me that I have something to contribute in some sort of space, music wise, and creativity wise, and even if it's just, with these music reaction videos, that's great. But I mean, I've got some ideas, and I think that they're gonna do okay. We'll see. One of the first things that got me about this trilogy is just the melodies themselves, and then how just expertly and artistically he can weave these multiple characters and have different songs for each of them.
Screech reached for the statue like a lady, shakes like the could bind life still and slice concrete, and he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter.
It's like, oh my gosh, like
there's so many different like variables to this song that makes it like almost like a movie or like a story unfolding, that it's not just about the music, it's about the storyline. And it's like, for me, I'm anticipating what's going to happen next.
Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate. I'm just a bit tired. Something far more sinister around yours for a few moments. I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? Let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the end of your man. You think that uniform you're wearing is good? You own this street? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech!
So this is Violet's point of view, correct?
Yeah.
I thought she was dead, so here we go.
Well, Jenny is dead.
Okay. Oh, Violet. Okay, Violet. Okay, I got that wrong. All right. This is someone else. Okay. All right.
Yep. This is where a lot of people say, like, that sounds a lot like a minstrel, like a bard, like bardcore is where that term comes from. The natural reverb of the areas that he's recording in
boots and bloodstained sheets. Our Lady weeps, she's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale. Was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet, she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took her tie, but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance. Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood's black bone crack, knick-knack, paddywhack, one to the jaw when the tooth spat, detached fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess, he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I want to do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence. Wait. Say something, Violet. Not one word. She stays quiet. London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins aligned side by side. A girl named Jenny and a boy named Screech.
Whew.
I didn't catch it the first time. The relation between the three.
Yeah.
It's it's a tragedy of Shakespearean proportion. And one of the many things that people take from this, or there's a lot of stuff, but
right.
the fact that he's bringing things out into view for people to have to deal with.
He's touching on the hard topics.
Yeah.
That a lot of people don't talk about.
Yeah. Kind of like with Money Game Part 3, he brings it home so that we can identify with some, like an actual person, an individual character, rather than having it be quite such an arbitrary just concept. Oh yeah, there's violence out there, and there's generational trauma and things like that. Yeah, it's not a super lighthearted one for sure.
Right. No, that got grim real quick. So I'm a woman. That's not to say that, men don't deal with this as well, but I've been in a physically abusive relationship, mental abusive, verbally abusive, emotionally abusive, all of the abusives. So I know what it's like to do things against your will. Mm. And I suppose in a sense, my relationships when I was young, when I didn't really know better, were probably a lot like that as well. So I can relate to that. For me, I think my tipping point towards allowing myself to live this type of life where I accepted a lot of the abuse probably started with my first relationship, which was when I was 16 years old. I mean, it was definitely abusive in a lot of ways, not physically. Definitely emotionally and mentally. And then that sort of catapulted me into just relationship after relationship of abuse, because abuse became comfortable for me. It was and my post-divorce relationship was probably the healthiest relationship I'd ever been in. Looking back, not entirely healthy, but healthiest. And I remember in some of those moments during that relationship, it felt very uncomfortable because there wasn't chaos. I had gotten so used to being in a very chaotic, highly toxic relationship that when things became normal and balanced out, it felt very weird and uncomfortable. Mm. And I suppose in Violet's case, it's that's what she was dealing with ever since she was a little kid. Violence was always the story of her life. And so she just kept finding herself in those situations. And it's really hard for people on the outside who have never had stuff like that happen to them be able to relate. And I think that's why it's so important that REN's talking about it, because it is the reality of a lot of people. Yeah. It's hard seeing how much injustice there is in people's lives and how much that sucks. And it goes just so much of a long way. It goes a long way towards, something that you and I have touched on from time to time, walking a mile in somebody else's shoes, or spending time with people outside of, in within and without our normal circles, and to build or exercise those empathy muscles or humanity. I appreciate you sharing your experiences, and I have many, unfortunately.
That's well, I think it all. I mean, our experiences ultimately make up who we are. It's one of my reasons for wanting to do this channel is this really strong feeling that as humans, as we share with each other and learn more about each other, it can do a lot of good.
I think there's power in talking about your struggle. And I think it's such a great way to heal and grow, is by sharing your experiences and having people share their experiences with you, knowing that you're not alone.
Yeah. I'm really glad that you're open to sharing.
It's definitely very cathartic, that's for sure.
Thank you for your time. And
you're welcome. You're welcome.
And yeah, well, next time we'll do some lighthearted.
Okay, sounds good.
There's some really fun ones.
Okay, we'll mix it up a bit. All right.
Yeah. But have a good day.
Thank you. Good luck editing.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.